What's going on, guys? Tommy here from ButterScotch. Today I'm here to introduce you to the new ButterScotch Vanson Territory Jacket. So first things first, what is the Territory Jacket? The Territory Jacket is essentially a Type 3 trucker jacket. The Type 3 or the trucker jacket is something that is super familiar. Most of us have one already in their rotation or in their closet. So I wanted to kind of start with a Type 3 silhouette and build upon that with Vanson. So being in the shop, a lot of times I have guys coming in shopping for either a leather jacket or a canvas jacket, and I felt that the canvas was a really great option for this Type 3 silhouette. Now, there's a ton of other Type 3 that are in wax cotton canvases and other things like that out there, but I wanted to take a 14-ounce wax canvas that we know from the Vanson Stormer jacket and build upon that. Vanson has been one of our premier partners. They've been around since day one, and they've really given us the flexibility and creativity to work with them to build really small batch runs of product, and we still run a lot of the collaboration jackets that we launched with back in 2017 to this day in the shop in 2024. So when I was thinking about how to build a purpose-built Type 3, Vanson was clearly the go-to for numerous reasons. We do a ton of leather work with Vanson. We do a ton of wax canvas with them. So when I knew I wanted to build a waxed canvas Type 3, Vanson was the clear choice for that. And we've already seen a ton of success with their 14-ounce wax canvas and the Stormer jacket, like I mentioned. So we already had kind of the base fabric to build this Type 3 silhouette. And I knew to make this a bit of a different feel than maybe some of the other Type 3s that you would see out there in a waxed option, I wanted to go ahead and put some leather details to this and then also give it a ton of other functional details that would be very usable, but also very understated within the piece. I know I kind of talked about the inception of this jacket a little bit, but I gotta kind of give a bit of a backstory before we can jump into all of the nooks and crannies and details of this jacket. So I'm wearing prototype number 1 of this jacket. These are kind of fit and prototype number 2s. This jacket probably started 2.5 years ago during COVID. It is, even though it is a Type 3 silhouette and a trucker jacket that, I mean, we see day in and day out, this is a full kind of custom fit that we worked with Vanson. So we went through a numerous round of developments to kind of create a jacket that was the right length, the right fit, the right taper. And there was a lot of details that went into that jacket based off of prototype 1 that we went ahead, refined, and then built our final kind of prototype 2, or we would say production. So jumping into the features of this jacket, we're gonna have 2 variants, a black wax canvas and the tan wax canvas. Black wax canvas we're gonna jump into first. So starting kind of at the sleeve, we're gonna have a double snap feature at the cuff so you can kind of fine tune how tight or how loose you want it. Then we're gonna jump into kind of sleeve length. The sleeve length on this jacket comes in a tad long, and I did that specifically for when you wear wax canvas, as it collects in the ditch, the jacket slightly shrinks up or shortens up a tiny bit. So when you get this jacket or when you put this jacket on for the first time, you're gonna kind of feel it hit right past the wrist. And we did that intentionally, so as you wear this jacket, it kind of almost like molds to fit. Jumping over to the hand warmer pockets. So this was something that was important to me based off of prototype 1. I really wanted to beef up the hand warmer pockets because one of the first things that always fails is your pocket liners. So we went ahead and put a heavy duty burlap pocket lining inside of this, and we also made it nice and deep. So that way you can really utilize, these hand warmer pockets to use them as true hand warmers. Hardware throughout the jacket on the black one is the heavy duty snaps. These are snaps that have already been used on the Stormer jacket and a few of other Vanson wax pieces. So we know that these jackets are heavy duty and are gonna withstand. Jumping up to the collar, this is something that I really loved, using the E150 leather that you've seen on either the C2RN that we do here for the shop or the Portland. And I wanted to use something that was soft and supple because it was gonna have a contact point with the skin. I didn't wanna use something that was hard and cold because it's gonna be sitting on the neck. So we opted for the E150, and it's fully on both sides, just for that nice kind of contrast to the overall jacket, but also gives it a nice touch and feel to the skin. Now, jumping into the lining of this jacket, this was something that was really important for me. And I think I need to take a step back and kind of talk about wax jackets. A lot of the times you'll hear customers or people talking about, you know, the look and feel of a waxed jacket, whether it be a type 3 or kind of like a trails jacket. But one of the things is you kind of always have that like wet, tacky feel with the wax canvas to the skin. So with that in mind, we went ahead and lined this jacket fully. The black one is fully lined with a black poly-satin, and we did that for two main reasons. One, we really wanted to make this jacket an easy on, easy off wear. So this jacket slides on whether you're wearing a hoodie, whether you're wearing a long sleeve flannel, or you're just wearing a t-shirt. And additionally, with that lining, this jacket you'll notice has a D30 flag label here sewn into the side seam. That's because with this lining, we worked with Vanson to build a fully custom pocket system to accept D30 Ghost Armor and the level 1 Viper back piece. So there's a full pocket system that lands your armor at back, shoulder, and elbow. So because of this lining, we're able to now offer a pocket system that'll hold all of your armor in place. So this jacket is kind of a dual function. It can be a full lifestyle piece, and it can be a full riding jacket. Okay, so jumping into the second colorway of this jacket. This is the same 14-ounce wax cotton canvas that Vanson uses, but our second colorway is in the tan option here. So a couple differences in this one is we have the brushed brass hardware. We're using the whiskey leather that you would have seen possibly on our C2N collaboration. So we went ahead and used this heavy waxed whiskey leather on the collar, as well as that same trim detail throughout the jacket that you saw on the black version. One major difference here is the plaid tartan lining. We are going ahead and still using that poly satin in the sleeve. So just a little bit different. This one's a little bit maybe more heritagey, a little bit more rustic, where the black is a little bit more streamlined and a little bit more clean. But I just really liked the contrast of the red tartan with the waxed brandy leather in this tan type 3. This one just made a bit more sense for that kind of outdoorsy jacket. So traditionally, type 3s don't actually come with hand warmer pockets. And the funny thing is, the first thing you do when you put on a type 3 is you go like this to try to put your hands in the front pocket. So that was a really big thing for me, making sure that there was a hand warmer pocket. And not only that, the depth of pocket. So I mean, this is an iPhone 14 Pro, fits in there, doesn't hang out. And nobody wants a shallow pocket. So that was something that was also important to me, and same thing here. So when we kind of did this front welt pocket, we wanted to go ahead. I mean, this is the Vanson pamphlet that comes with these jackets, and you can see how deep it is. iPhone, drop that in there. So it's nice and deep. It's not gonna fall out. One thing to talk about with this jacket is it's purpose built. I called it the territory jacket because it can be worn just about anywhere you want to take it. The wax canvas outer shell provides, you know, weatherproofing, waterproofing, you know, and durability. And it's a material that can not only kind of withstand a lot of the elements, but it also just looks better and better as you wear it. The jacket that I'm currently wearing right now is almost 2 years worn. This is a brand new piece that's never been worn. So we'll take some side-by-sides, and we've seen this tan wax canvas with like 100,000 miles on it from the Stormer jacket. And it's just a material that just looks better and better, but it's also durable and has a ton of rigidity to it. And that's why I felt the 14 ounce was a really good weight versus maybe some of the 8 ounce, 10 ounces, and 12 ounce pieces that you've seen out there in the wild. This thing has a bit more heft to it. The lining adds a bit more comfort to it. And then the leather trims just kind of takes it to a whole new level. Not to mention you throw in that D3 armor pocket system, and this is a jacket that can be both worn as a riding piece, a lifestyle piece, and pretty much anything else in between there. So kind of overview, this is a fully collaborative built piece with Vanson. It features our back neck branding label along with Vanson, and this is an exclusive piece that's built for the shop. You won't find the Territory jacket in any other retailers. You won't find it at Vanson.com. They build these by hand, in Fall River, Massachusetts for us. And it's really been a nice option to be able to work with Vanson to create these kind of really unique, not one-off pieces, but unique pieces that are exclusive to ButterScotch. And a lot of time and energy goes into these pieces. I wore this jacket for a year and a half before we went into the next prototype version of it to really fine tune the nuts and bolts of these pieces to make them both user-friendly, wearable, and functional. So for more information about the Territory jacket, head over to the .com. We'll have a full write-up on this as well as the product listing. Or feel free to reach out to the shop via email or give us a call, and we'll be happy to answer any other questions you have about this new collaboration jacket with Vanson in both tan and black wax canvas.